question, Ashu, you had yesterday. So I rechecked. There was one mistake in the PPT. I'll just come to that point directly. Okay, so when I was explaining the frequency of interest payments, I wrongly mentioned that it will increase the bond price, though interest payments increase the effective rate of interest, they lower the bond price. Okay, so how do we explain this? This is the formula which we did for the discounting cash flow technique, that the price of bond will be equal to the present value of the interest that you are receiving and the effective rate of interest पे आप discount कर रहे हो या अब since we have already introduced the concept of yield, I am writing yield here because that is your internal rate of return. So say this is the formula. Okay, for a 2 year bond, this is how you are discounting the cash flows. Now, if you are receiving the interest with a frequency of, say, it is more than the annual frequency, more than once a year, you are receiving it semi-annually, as we did yesterday, जब आप से 10% आपको twice a year आप receive कर रहे हो, then your effective rate of interest is increasing. But what is happening when you are discounting these cash flows? Your denominator is increasing. So price of the bond will fall. If you have a higher discount rate in the denominator, then the present value of the cash flow falls. Okay. So if instead of 10 here I have say 10.5 or 10.25, then my present value or the intrinsic value of the bond will fall. Okay. That is why when we were moving from annual to semi-annual to quarterly payments in that question, your value of bond was falling. I hope, Ashu, this is clear now. Yes. Okay. So let's move ahead, class. We were doing the yield to maturity yesterday. So let's move back to one question on the same. RV is the redemption value, maturity value. इस वैल्यू पे आपके जो बॉन्ड्स हैं वो कंपनी रिडीम कर रही है, वापस कर रही है आपको प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट विद प्रीमियम कर रही है या पार पे कर रही है, दैट बिकम्स द रिडेम्पशन वैल्यू. Okay, so there is a question on the screen. An investor is considering the purchase of a bond with a face value of 100 and coupon rate 11%. If he wants a yield of 13%, what is the maximum price he should be ready to pay? Now, yield is your required rate of return. So you will be discounting the future cash flows expected from the bond at this rate. So please start with this question. Maximum price which the investor will be ready to pay is equal to the intrinsic value. So this is an annual bond. So this is how you solve. I will share the table value with you. This value is 2.361 and this value is 0.693. Now you can calculate what is the maximum price coming to. Okay, yes, rest of you. You just check your calculation. Coming to 715. Okay, I think face value 100 थी, यहाँ पर एक zero extra हो गया. Please correct this. This is 100. Now calculate the answer. 100 face value bond की. I had taken it to be 1000. So 94.971, 95.271. Why is there a difference, Rahul? आपने कौन सी value से multiply करा है? Table value I have given, so everyone should get the same answer. So this is the maximum price that the investor should be ready to pay for the bond. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. The second part of the question says if the bond is selling for 97.60. So this is the market price of the bond right now. What would be his yield? So if nothing is specified as to which yield we have to calculate, then we can calculate both the current yield and the YTM. So current yield का formula है that it is the interest payment that you are receiving upon the market price of the bond. This is what is the return from the bond if you are holding it for 1 year. So you take the interest for 1 year and divide it by the market price. Check what is the answer you are getting here. By that time I will also write the formula for YTM. into 100 कर लोगे परसेंटेज में आंसर आ जाएगा आपका. Okay, so it is coming to 11.27%. Yes, this is the annualized return from the bond. And the second yield we will be calculating is the YTM. So for YTM, as I told you, there are two steps. You first calculate the approximate YTM and then through interpolation we come to the exact YTM. So approximation can be derived from the formula given. 11.943. What about the rest of you? Yes, Shubham. Shubham, are you there? Vinay, solving the question. Yes, Vinay. 11.3. 11.94 आ रहा है देवांश, जो अप्रोक्सीमेट आ रहा है. प्लीज चेक. Yes, it is coming to 11.94, which means now you will be calculating the exact YTM at 12% and 11%. Yes, please recheck. So, for exact YTM, I first calculate the value or the price at 12%. So, that will be again, this will be 13%, sorry, 12% for the installments. The values are this 0.712 and 2.402. So please use these values, calculate what should be the intrinsic value of the bond at 12%. See what it is coming to. $97.62. Yes, rest of you. Okay. Okay, so which you see is very close to the value already given in the question. आपको second part में 97.60 दिया हुआ है. So which means that the YTM is 12%. Okay, so there's no need to calculate at 11% when you are already getting the closer value and approximate value at 12%. So the yield to maturity on this bond comes to 12%. Approximate भी आपका 11.94 आया था. So the YTM will be somewhere close to 12%, and as we see here, it is coming to exact 12%. Okay, I hope this is clear. Rest of you also complete. Okay, let's move further. So, under what conditions the coupon rate, that is the interest on the bond, is not equal to YTM? So, yesterday also I told you that when we calculate YTM, it will be equal to the coupon rate when the bond is issued at par. Okay, but if the bond is issued at discount, your YTM will be higher than the coupon rate, because effectively you are getting more return on the investment made. And when the bond is issued at premium, you are paying more for the bond, then your YTM will be lower than the coupon rate. Okay, so here you have the relationship at all the three values. Okay, then a related concept is yield to call, YTC. So we did the concept of callable bonds, wherein the company has the choice of calling back the bonds from the bondholder, from the debt holder, before the maturity date. Okay, and why would the company call bonds for redemption before maturity date? Yes, anyone? Why would the company call bonds before redemption date? Because there is change in interest rate. What kind of change? Yes, Aryan, are you there? Yes, आर्यन क्या चेंज होगा बेटा इंटरेस्ट रेट में? कंपनी क्यों पहले आपसे पैसा आपको वापस करना चाहेगी? इंटरेस्ट रेट इंक्रीज होंगे या डिक्रीज होंगे मार्केट में? Yes, attempt at least. Yes, where is Mudit? Mudit, are you here? Okay, Aryan is saying that they might
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. हाँ जी बेटा, क्या होगा अगर कंपनी आपसे पहले बॉन्ड मंगवा रही है फॉर रिडेम्पशन? Are the interest rates in the market increasing or falling?
Sorry, ma'am.
What will be the case in the market if the company is calling bond prematurely?
No idea.
No idea why. I have explained this multiple times, and you people are making a mistake. आपका इंटरेस्ट रेट जो मार्केट में है ये मुस्कान, इट विल फॉल. ठीक है, तो कंपनी ने आपको 8% पर बॉन्ड दिया है और अब इंटरेस्ट रेट रिड्यूस होके 6% हो गया. कंपनी आपको एडिशनल 2% दे रही है रिटर्न में. तो कंपनी फील्स दैट इट इज बेटर to redeem these bonds and then it can issue fresh bonds at 6% to save the interest. Okay, so कॉलेबल बॉन्ड्स पर जो ये कॉलेबिलिटी की ऑप्शन होती है ये तब एक्सरसाइज होती है when there's a decrease in the market interest rates. So when I use the term yield to call, it means what is the yield till the callability option is exercised. Formula is the same as YTM. You calculate the approximate yield to call and then you come to the exact value. फॉर्मूला में क्या चेंज है कि अब रिडेम्पशन वैल्यू की जगह आपके पास CP, which is the call price of the bond, both in the numerator and denominator. That's the only difference in the formula. Otherwise, the working is exactly similar to the calculation of YTM. So let's move to the question. Okay, so you have a question on your screens. The bond which had a maturity of 10 years has been called in 6 years. So you have to calculate the YTM and YTC of the bond. Let us start with YTC. So I'm writing the formula here again. Okay, so please put in the values. Tell me what is the approximate YTC coming to. Yes. So here the n is the number of years to call. So in this case it will be 6. Please be careful in the numerator. N will be the number of years to call. So what is the approximate value you are getting? Nine point 657. Yes, more responses. I'll also check the answer. 9 पर तो नहीं आ रहा. The market price is 1140. मुझे फॉर्मूला चेक करने दो. Rest of you also give the value. 18. Let me check it. So, in the formula, I think there is a mistake. This is call price minus the current market price. I'll change it there. That is what I was checking. So in the numerator it is call price minus market price. Okay, so that will be 1100 minus 1140 divided by 6. So 6.853. Okay, rest of you also solve how much is the YTC coming to. So at 6.853, you will calculate the value at 6% and the value at 7%. So write to the exact YTC. I'll give you the PVAF values and PVF values. Again, here also we'll be seeing the values for 6 years because the bond is called in 6 years. Is everyone getting 6.853 as approximate YTC? So this value is 4.997. This value is 4.767. Okay, the table values are there on the screen. Please calculate what is the value coming at 6% and 7%. Okay, so पीयूष ये वैल्यू 6% पर है या 7% पर? 6%. You'll get a higher value. एक बार चेक करो. बस एनीवेज आपका बॉन्ड 1000 रुपीस की तो फेस वैल्यू है. It should be closer to that value. 814 is very low. Check the calculation. Yes, what is the value at 6% class? All passed. Three point 5.7. Okay, I'll also check. Let me put in the values. interest is yes, I am getting 6.54% as YTC. So you are also, it's from calculator, so 6.5253 approximately I'm getting as 6.54%. मुस्कान आपने कुछ कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक करी है, प्लीज चेक योर वैल्यूज अगेन. And Piyush, you are also getting a higher value. Callable प्राइस आपका 1100 है, मार्केट प्राइस 1140 है, नंबर ऑफ इयर्स आर 6 and interest will be rupees 80. So you're getting somewhere around 6.5253%. So anyways, you're getting the value between 6 and 7%. Okay, then what is the value at 6%? None of you has solved past class. Eleven six eight. Yes, 1168.86 is correct. So this is the value at 6%. 1168.86, and the value at 7%. Right, 1113.96. So you're getting these values. Rest of you also check. So accurate, okay, accurate YTC will now be the lower discount rate plus value, higher value, which you will be getting at the lower discount rate minus market price divided by value at lower discount rate minus value at higher discount rate. This I told you is like IRR, and डिफरेंस जो है दोनों डिस्काउंट रेट्स का वो आ जाएगा. तो 6% Market price is 1140. This will give you, okay. So these values are correct. Now we put it in the formula and we'll get the exact YTC. See what the answer is coming to. .50, yes, rest of you. Which is very close to the approximate value you calculated. So 6.50% is your exact YTC.